Hey guys, welcome back to ESL TV for the Vainglory Cup series. We're into our final cup and our final game of the entirety of the cups until we hit Sunday with the finals. It's going to be an interesting one. It's the winner of the first cup against the most recent winner of cut number 8. We have Unknown O up against Red Team 1, and this is going to be hopefully a very exciting match. A good way to end.
I think so.
The entire cup series as we do kick off our finals.
Absolutely, and the nice fact is that MYQ, he's not able or not allowed to play his Fortress. So it just got banned from Unknown, and Unknown, well, let's say Red, they banned Tucker. So there is no Tucker for Team Unknown, no Fortress for Team Red, and I'm very, very interested to see what they are going for. Don't even think about this. We have connection.
6 Catherines.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty crazy. Yeah, just ignore that, guys. That's just due to the game being in beta on an Android device using NVIDIA Shield. But we are still connected to the game, and everything is perfectly fine. As like both teams just take their time to actually go for the picks. But we've had a crazy day of games. We had Fire Elements try to take their chance at getting into the finals, into the final 8 or the top 8, where they actually got the first one against the team they needed to. Wild Panthers, the team they would have knocked out, but unfortunately they met up against the powerhouse of Red Team 1. And got, well, for lack of a better word, they got demolished.
They tried hard. I mean, Fire Elements, they did a fantastic first match. They won very, very good. So, well, second match wasn't that good for them. Never mind. Lucky Wild Panthers. And here we do see the first lock-in from Cream. And there comes Redemption playing Vox. I mean, no question that he's going for him when he's free. And Mosesy, that's what I'm talking about. He's going Catherine all the day. There is no match without Mosesy playing Catherine. And that was an error. All right.
Well, apparently someone was, I think it was 80 who actually didn't pick a character. So just waiting for them to go ahead and start this one back up before we do kick it off. Like I say, Mazazian Catherine was really interesting to see. I think he had like 3 deaths total in the last game, but the 3 deaths he had were because he was drawing so much attention to him that Redemption was able to just output so much damage on that box.
He's protecting him 100%. Always landing his Merciless Pursuit, the stun on time. We do see flares, as said in the last game, always on point. The mines are everywhere where they have to be. So they have vision all the way long, and this is actually what makes the difference. And now it's up to Red. Can they like clear the mines, or can they counter flare?
Well, I think it's all due to that early game control that we saw Unknown get. You know, once they got to enemy jungle against Collab, they got the deep, scout traps down, so they're able to see where the team was coming from. Redemption, again, with his really attack speed heavy build, the Serpent's Mask that he ended up going forward, kept our game so much sustain in the fights. Fuji on the jewel went Crystal Power and had a couple of good big red buttons, but unfortunately just couldn't get them lined up the appropriate way he needed to hit all 3.
Yeah, I think if he could have lined it up like 1 or 2 times, maybe the game would have ended differently. But I mean, this match was amazing from Unknown. They didn't see it coming at all. It was just like a rotating all of the jungle, and then they just were like, screw this, we're going for the Vayne.
Let's rush it.
Let's go for this. So we will wait another second until the player from Team Red it is. They requested like 30 seconds or a minute. I don't know what is going on.
Apparently 80 like disconnected, but he's back in. We're waiting for Red Bull to just rejoin the lobby. But before we do kick off Sunday, remember guys, on Sunday we'll be determining which team from Europe will be going to the World Finals in Seoul, South Korea on July 11th. I'll be kicking off with a live tournament. Everyone in person, nothing online. Gonna be cool to see who will be the top region when it comes down to that one. Vainglory League's going to be running the North American and the Southeast Asia qualifiers starting tomorrow. So we'll have our representatives from those areas. And it's going to be an exciting tournament. I'm actually curious on your thoughts coming up Sunday. Which team you think from Red Team 1, Collab, Unknown O, Unknown P, Red Team 2, Feetspellen, House of Batiatas, and Wild Panthers. Which one do you think is going to win?
I mean, I have no idea, but I hope it's like, for example, Wild Panthers or Feetspellen going at least to the finals. Because they're like placed 7th or 6th, and therefore, I mean, Red 1, I mean, they are the favorites. They are playing, I mean, I have no words. They are just performing super, super awesome. And I think after the match, we can have a better guess about like what's happening on Sunday. because Red One, they are most likely the favorites for Sunday. But Unknown, they have different plans, and this is now the time to show Red that they have, let's say, head-to-head enemy team here. They are not locking in. MYQ.
I would not be surprised to actually see that Saw picked up. Because, I mean, we've heard so much about Saw lately. You know, Saw with Fortress, which we could potentially see Unknown pick if they wanted to. But actually, I think the Eastern Asian regions do use Saw. Especially with the changes to his ultimate in 1.5. Like, there's a lot of potential there.
This is the point, and I'm so excited to start tomorrow the SEA qualifier for South Korea, because I heard, like, they have kind of a different meta. They are playing more and more Saw. They are pulling off different tactics. And then the fun thing is seeing in July in South Korea, coming all of this together, having live event, live matches, and seeing which team is currently the world's best one. We are starting, ladies and gentlemen, Cream, Redemption, Moses, they logged in, they didn't change their setup, and we do see Taka, played by 80. He already performed very well.
See, I'm sorry, no, continue. I just remembered something that was like
just
really crazy. So in the tournament I watched, the Eastern Asian tournament, Eastern Asia, they did picks and bans way different. So each team got a ban.
And then the other
But they did draft picks, so Team A would pick one, Team B would pick one, Team A would pick one, whatever. And you couldn't pick the same character. So I'm curious how the rule set's going to work when it comes to that, if North America and Europe need to adapt to that style, or it's going to be the other regions adapting to the way that we're playing.
That will be pretty interesting.
It will be. I think teams are going to need a lot of practice when it comes to that point if they have to switch.
And at least they have to prepare for this case. This is actually the thing.
Well, here we go, guys. Kicking off our final game of our final cup here at ESL for the Vainglory Cup Series. Before we do get into the finals on Sunday, Red Team won on the blue side with MyQ on Catherine, 80 on Taka, Red Wolf on Koshka, and Unknown O on the orange side with Mazazi on Catherine, Redemption on Vox, and Cream on Koshka. And 80 getting caught out immediately as you see Unknown getting very aggressive in the jungle. It looks like, I think that went MyQ's way. Yes, it did. He did steal that away and keep it for his team. And Unknown just going to back away with their tails between their legs, or at least one of their tails on Cream.
All right, well, Red Wolf, he stayed in lane, just killing the first 3 minions here. Red Wolf, he's just on 1. Well, they are ahead, so the invade didn't pay off early game, at least, so...
Look how Redemption changed his style. Remember he went with the Book of Eulogies up against Fuji, now he's going boots.
Yeah. And this
is changing how he wants to build.
Yeah, and this is actually what a good player can do. He's not like stuck in one scheme.
Yeah, in one path.
In one path. He can go like boots first. He can go like the Book of Eulogies first. I think now it's good to pick boots because he thought that Red Wolf might go Koshka. So therefore, the Twirly Death, I mean, that is deadly, and therefore he is able to get some more last hits, hopefully with the boots.
And I think it was Medic who was talking in chat during one of our breaks saying that they've got a couple of comps actually planned out. None they're actually going to show just yet, but a couple of things that they're working on and they might potentially be using on Sunday. I mean, this is a big thing, like to be participating in the first Vainglory Worlds ever.
Yep. I mean,
to be the team that could potentially win it all. Like, that is huge for all these teams. And, you know, they're going to give it their all on Sunday. I actually cannot wait to see some of the crazy things that are going to happen on that day.
And I think it is a lot about like theory crafting, practice, analyzing the current meta, and just try to break it. Just try to come up with something which is like totally different, irritate the enemy, put the enemy out of his prepared scheme, and try to win this way. So therefore, Sunday might be the day we're gonna see this. But first, MYQ gonna Merciless Pursuit out of this situation. Well, now the mines are popping, revealing, but not a lot of damage. He's not surviving. Well, he is. And I was just going crazy about the first blood yellow. There comes Cream jumping in with the Pouncy Fun, picking up the first blood, but now he's in a bad situation. 80 is picking up him. And Redemption now in a pretty bad situation. He has to kite, hit and run a bit. 80 is following. He doesn't stop, as well as Red Wolf Pouncy Funning, Twirly Death. There comes a stun. Second kill here for Team Red. And now Moses, well, he has the problem. Well, he's picking up.
80 just killed his teammate by attacking Mazazi.
That was amazing. Moses with his shield here, reflex, or like mirroring the damage. And he's going in, picking up the 33 gold here from 80, protecting him. Taking that one. What a fight, what an opening here in the finals. 2-2 is the score currently. and I'm very, very excited for more. Both are going back to lane here. Red Wolf playing Koshka, and we do see Redemption. He's on a double Swift shooter, and he now bought his Book of Eulogies. So he still is getting that one, but he's starting differently.
I think the boots was like, well, I want to invade and be aggressive with my team and have the potential to escape. And then also in lane, it helps when Red Wolf is passive. That doesn't make his passive as effective since Redemption can kite relatively well on Vox just with his leap alone, not to mention the extra movement speed off the boots. So interesting to see that kind of route. But I'm curious if that's going to hurt him a little bit earlier on. If you think about, last hitting, well, it makes last hitting a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And we saw him have ridiculous farm in that last game. Let's see if he can pull it off yet again. Red Wolf going in. Look at the stuns. Look at the damage that they're doing. Red Wolf, he's just barely going to escape with the help of that potion. And that was a great gank out of Unknown.
Had to activate the boots to get out of this MYQ. Merciless Pursuit into almost 3 people here. Has to go out. Just over a bit of 200 HP here left, and they are directly invading the jungle. Well, there is nothing left. Mosesy instantly flaring that camp just to save that spare second for the vision check, actually. Well, that is very, very interesting. Level 4, 5, and 5 on the side from NKN on red. They are on 4, 4, 5, just slightly behind.
Okay, so tied in kills 5 minutes in. Gold relatively ahead for Red Team 1. And let's see, Red Wolf on 24 last hits to Redemption 17. So a slight lead for him. Gotta give him credit for that. Not easy to go up against a range character and do decently well. But the Book of Eulogies, again, doing a lot of work for him, keeping him very healed up. But when it comes to these team fights, how do you think this one's gonna go? You look at Unknown, they have a double silence.
Yeah.
That I feel like is gonna be such a nuisance for Red Team 1 if they can land those appropriately.
That might be pretty deadly, especially for 80-0. Well, they can silence his Kaku. And there comes! Look at this! What a gank, ladies and gentlemen! This is what I'm talking about. This is the power here from Red. I mean, I didn't see it coming either, and that was so quick. 80-0 going in, he finished a tension bow, just to mention that one. So he's going for high burst in short amount of time. They're going for the gold mine, and I think, well, Cream and Mosesy, they're trying somehow to steal it. Can they do it? No, Merciless Pursuit, and they can steal it. What a play here by Cream, but he has to pay the price. Well, same as Red Wolf, going down 1-for-1 trade, and they lost the gold mine, so that didn't turn out to be planned, actually, for Team Red.
Yeah, not good of a trade for them, unfortunately, and you got to kind of back away. We do see the fight continuing, though. Mazazi going on to 0 Redemption, kiting MyQ. And looks like both teams just going to back off. But, you have to always wonder in those situations, you got to stop hitting the gold mine and start attacking the enemy team if they're going to try to steal it away. You have to immediately stop that DPS because that stops Cream from trying to go in for that steal with that leap in. And unfortunately for them, it cost them the gold mine. It cost them the gold lead that they had as well. You can see 4.5 to 4.7, so just a slight lead for the side of Unknown. But a great start for them. That's going to give them a lot of momentum building up that steal.
All right, and not only, well, we have to mention that the gold miner, he deals damage as well. And I think early game, that hurts. So I've seen many games where that guy just took the kill for the enemy team.
Can you minion candy it if it's not yours?
Well, I think you can't minion candy it if it's...
Because that would be really mean for Cream to go buy one, and when he sees the enemy team taking it, just all right, here you go, make it a little bit harder for you. Because he does, what was it, 40% more damage, I think was the number we got?
I think so. I'm not 100%.
That's what chat told. I don't know if you were here or Don John was here, but it was 40% is what chat said. And that is a lot of damage. Just think, if he hits for 100, that's 140 damage he now does.
All right, so Unknown, again, very, very present here in the enemy jungle, trying to pick as many gold, steal it from Team Red. One camp already missing here. 80-0 finishing off that one with MYQ. Red Wolf, Redemption, excuse me, is going back. Well, he has the heavy steal, going for some attack damage now, some weapon damage. I mean, of course. And Cream, well, he has Aftershock, Heavy Prism, and he's going for some shield. So shield, I mean, why 80-0? Well, his abilities, they stack with crystal ratio, so therefore it's pretty okay to go for shield. Red Wolf, of course, we don't have to talk about his crystal damage, and The next fight is coming up. There comes the ultimate. Merciless Pursuit, Redemption. Pretty bad situation going down first. And Cream, there comes the Blast Tremor from MYQ. Awesome. I mean, that was perfectly hit. And Moses here way too late with the ultimate. Couldn't handle anything here. Couldn't change anything. MYQ, well, he just went around everyone. Just Blast Tremor them from the back. They are going for Goldmine immediately here. Red Wolf is going down. I don't know why he's even here kiting Moses. I mean, he should have 1 second till the Merciless Pursuit is up and he can go away using his Pouncy Fun onto the jungle minion. And what a play here. Red is coming back, taking the gold mine, several kills, and steal some gold.
Oh, well, Red Wolf escaped them. Azazi's looking for the charge straight in, so I'm going to run through a couple of scout traps, and he will get the stun. Redemption going to be coming in. Wait for it coming across. Not doing any damage, unfortunately. I don't think it stuns anyone. And Taka, 80-0, going straight back into him. Forces him out of the fight. Might pick up the kill. There it is. Look at the damage he can do.
Yep.
Stealth right back up. Looking for Cream now, as Mikey is just trying to run away with his sliver of HP. And Cream, he might fall from this on top. The stun comes in. 80-0 gets... No, he doesn't. He gets taken down at the last split second by Cream, surviving on less than 50 HP. And that will now be 7-4 here, still in favor of Red Team 1. 9 minutes and 40 seconds in, and they do have now a 500 gold lead.
Alright, no minion mine has been captured yet. No one is touching that one. The gold mine, well, just almost at 1/4 filled. Let's have a quick look on the item builds. So Redemption, well, nothing changed. So we talked about that one. Catherine, let's compare Catherine versus Catherine. Fountain of Renewal versus the Crucible. I mean, the Fountain of Renewal provides this huge HP regen in team fights. I think that is, like, perfect. But I think Mozazi with the Crucible also is very good. Why? He can block the Blast Tremor from MYQ and the Yummy Catnip Frenzy from Red Wolf. To block anything from 80-0, well, that is very short on time, but there comes the engage. They're going in. They want to go for Red Wolf. There comes the Yummy Catnip Frenzy. Redemption going for the wait for it in, and Red Wolf is very low on health. Cream about to get down. He's diving that one. I don't know why he's diving. He went crazy, and 80-0 going down as well. 1-for-1 trade here currently. Look at Red Wolf. He's going down, and MYQ with a perfect Merciless Pursuit under the turret. Red Wolf just picking up the kill with a Pouncy Fun. Amazing play here by Team Red. And look at Moses. He wants the kill somehow. I mean, he has the shield, he has the HP, and MYQ trying to stun. They are going for him. Well, now he's escaping with the boots, activating here, and the situation ended. 9-5, 9,500, 8,500 for Red.
All right, a little bit of a crazy fight. I think Cream just went a little bit too deep there, trying to solidify the kill onto Red Wolf. And unfortunately, it did cost him his life. 3-4-1 for him currently. 0-5-4 for Redemption. And Redemption, funny enough, played that fight really well. He saved his dash just until we saw Red Wolf go in for him. He's able to keep his distance away, able to do some really good damage. Still trying to get his items online. He's been forced to go tanky with the Crucible instead of building up a major damage item. So that's going to hurt him in the immediate time until he can finally finish up something. He had the Serpent's Mask last time. Not able to pick it up this time, at least at this point. But with his positioning, the way he keeps playing it, like, he's not really going to need a lot of items to be able to kite the enemy team. But he's got to be very careful. He can't afford to be bursted down by Red Wolf or Zero. Absolutely. What do you think about the Crucible pickup? Like, why would you just not sit on a reflex block?
I personally would sit on a reflex block if I were Mosesy and rush the Fountain of Renewal. I mean...
Well, no, Redemption has the Crucible.
Yeah.
But I would personally sit on a reflex block and build an item. Because now he's put far behind, right?
I don't know why they rushed the Crucible so early. Blast Tremor, engage from Mosesy, Merciless Pursuit behind, but, well, wow, MYQ is just going in, and they try to counter this attack. They are going for Redemption. Look at this, the wait for it here, and the Yummy Catnip Frenzy. Catherine, MYQ is going down, Redemption going down from 80-0, Red Wolf going down as well, and there, ladies and gentlemen, comes the ace for Unknown, and I don't know, I mean, I really don't know if this counter engage from Red was worth it. I mean, that situation, the gold mine was about to pay out. What do you think about this fight?
They chased Redemption.
Yeah.
And while they were chasing Redemptions, Cream's like, all right, free damage for me. Let me use my Aftershock the best I can. Let me get all this free damage without even being attacked. And That's the downside. You can't. Obviously, you want to push Redemption out of the fight, but with what items he had, there was no real reason to do that. It was just go straight for Cream, get him down, then you have a free fight for yourself after that. I don't know, that was a little bit of a mistake at Red Team 1, I think, and Unknown, honestly, credit to them for capitalizing off of that.
I think the gap, like from the bush or where the team was, like somewhere around here to Redemption, it was way too far to travel. I mean, they have several gap closers, the X-Rats from 80-0, I mean, the Pouncy Fun from Red Wolf, but still, it was a very, very risky play. It didn't turn to pay off in the end, so we are here in a head-to-head finals. So therefore, I'm very excited. I can just repeat it 1,000 times, excited for Sunday. Moses in Redemption and Cream, there comes the flare. They do see that Red Wolf was kind of alone there. Don't know if the flare really revealed him or the others as well.
Well, it forced a reflex block out of Red Wolf.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that kind of works out. I think Unknown are more about, let's just wait. Let's just protect this gold mine for another 30 seconds, get a little bit of extra gold in our pockets, then we can force a fight maybe thereafter. Cream is getting ridiculously strong. He's not really being too tanky. He's got the Fountain Renewal in there, but other than that, he's just pure damage. And you look at Red Wolf, I mean, he's gone towards the Atlas Pauldrons. So a little bit of a difference between the two junglers, or well, I guess the laner and a jungler. The two Koshkas, we'll say. That makes more sense.
Moses is flaring every bush before going in. Every. I mean, like 75% before entering a bush, he's flaring it. This is what makes the difference. So MYQ is having a hard time. He's 127. Moses 206. Bit better. Concerning the item builds, he still has no Fountain of Renewal, but Cream has. So he went Atlas. Atlas Pauldron, well, mostly to counter 80-0's damage. I don't know if it's really worth it. I think in this situation, maybe another Fountain of Renewal over an Atlas Pauldron, but let's see how things are going turning out. Well, question mark ping here, MYQ alone.
Cream, what was that? I mean, like, he went in without any hesitation, without even seeing what else could possibly be around the corner. He's like, I don't care, I'm going straight in for this, and that is
going for the tank.
Wow, that's risky. Redemption, oh, he's popping an infusion. They're looking for the fight. MyQ's got to be relatively careful. Zazie going to be able to just walk straight into the bush, popping the ultimate down to silence him off. And MyQ getting locked down completely without a shield up. He's taking a heavy amount. The silence comes in out of Redemption. He's getting forced out of the fight immediately. And again, watch Cream. Watch the damage he does. It is ridiculous. 80-0. He's going to be chased away. The Pound's going to be back up. And that is 2 kills and out for Unknown. They have no answer for Cream.
Nope.
Mazazi is doing a great job of allowing Cream to just get free reign over these fights. And look at this. The Kraken going to be taken at 16 minutes in. MyQ's not even here to stop this. And this will be Unknown picking up a hefty lead.
The question is, how can Red answer to this play? As said already, Jason, Cream, he's the main damage dealer. I mean, he's dealing tons of damage. Let's have a look at the item build, and he just finished his Broken Myth in this second, providing tons of more crystal damage here to the enemy team. 80-0, he's still going for attack damage and some attack speed. MYQ, don't have to talk about that one. Red Wolf also bought the Broken Myth besides the Aftershock, and therefore let's see how the next fight is going to turn out. Well, now it's up to Unknown. They have to push Kraken as far as possible, actually. And let's see how many turrets they are going to get. Over 50, and this Kraken is melting. I mean, there comes the wait for it. Hitting 80-0, but Yummy Cat and Frenzy onto MYQ. They are locking down the tank here. Can they kill the tank? Yes, they can. Kraken is going to kill the first turret. Kraken is not going down. First, it looked very, very differently. Not going down by the explosion from the turret.
Though.
But
actually, will.
Now he's going down.
Will be. Kraken. I was going to say, Mazazi, he didn't have his ultimate up for that fight, and that's why you saw them kind of leading the Kraken alone, just letting to tank up all the damage. Yeah. And then you had Redemption, who was still buying, had to run back to help out his teammates. So unfortunately, the Kraken, it got him 1 kill and 1 turret. Not that great for Unknown.
Could have been better.
It definitely could have been better if they timed things a little bit perfectly, or a little bit more perfectly.
Absolutely.
But credit to Red Team 1 to get on that Kraken ASAP and burst it down.
Yeah, they did some great damage early stage when Kraken hit the lane. So therefore they did everything correct. Got sweet 500 gold per player here. And therefore, let's see 80-0 just using the Kaku. And look at this. This might end deadly. Well, there is MYQ again in the middle of 3. Well, they have. The tank is 50%, but 80-0 he has to block. Well, he can't deal a lot of damage to the tank. Seems like he's going to fall first. Cream receiving damage. Now it's the time for Red Wolf to kill everyone. But he can't. He got locked down, actually, with the Yummy Captain Frenzy from Cream. And this is the next ace. NKN is showing off what they want on Sunday, and they want nothing else than fly to South Korea and play the Worlds representing Europe here with their team. Can they already finish the game? I don't know. I think so. We are just like...
Sure as hell gonna try. They still have minions here. They have one more turret left to take. They have 7 seconds left on 80-0, and they almost certainly pick up this game, winning themselves their second cup in the entirety of the 9. And Unknown going up with a big win now into the finals coming up on Sunday. We have so many good teams to participate. And Unknown just kind of showed Red Team 1. Well, you might be number 1 in the seeds, but you're not number 1 team out there. And Unknown will be looking for that win, like you said, to represent Europe. And maybe a lot more than that come time for South Korea.
All right. Well, let's just compare. I mean, 90 minutes, I think that was the same like Collab, and Fuji had like over 100. Now we have Red Wolf on 92 and Cream on 80. Redemption 77. I mean, that's really not a lot. I think he can do better. But never mind. They won the match, and that is what actually counts in the end. We don't have to talk about the items. We just did this. So therefore...
Wrong button.
Well, you didn't see this, of course. All right, what a match. I mean, that was just amazing. NKN showing, as said, what they want for Sunday. And Red, they have to prepare. Everyone, I mean, has to train.
I think everyone has a lot of preparation to go for them. Whether it's Sunday, whether it's not going into the Worlds. I mean, you're playing against, you know, European and North American teams where you can pick the same champion or the same hero. Yep. Coming into Korea, you might not be able to. You might have to only be able to pick one for each team, and you might be sitting on, you know, Saw, Adagio, Glaive, and wondering, well, what the hell do we do with this? Well, you better learn. You have a lot of work cut out for you.
Could happen.
And we'll take one more quick look at the top 8 teams that have made their way through into the tournament on Sunday. We have Red Team 1 in first place and first seed. I think they still will maintain. Yeah, they should 100% maintain that. Collab looking like they will actually fall out of second seed, and Unknown might surpass them. I'm not exactly sure, but it doesn't matter. These teams are the 8 teams that are in there. Collab, Unknown O, Unknown P, Red Team 2, Feet Spell, House of Batiatas, and Wild Panthers just scraping by as Fire Elements were knocked out by Red Team 1 earlier. So that's our 8 teams. Coming up Sunday, you, me, Don John, bringing you all these games, rounding out with a best-of-3 final and a double elimination bracket to see which team represents Europe. And then, of course, Vainglory League, you guys are going to be doing the North America and the Southeast Asian qualifiers to see what teams will be representing those respective regions.
Yeah, just for your information, we are going to shuffle all the brackets and the teams just when I got home. So, guys, I saw your questions in the chat. A lot of teams are waiting, actually, who's my opponent for tomorrow? But we had to open the registration as long as possible, and therefore going to shuffle it later. Stay tuned and check out Twitter or Vainglory League. You're gonna see it there.
Yeah, well, that's going to do it for us today on the show. Remember, Sunday at 7 p.m. CEST. Make sure to be there. That's 10 a.m. PST if you're over in the west coast of the U.S. Yep, 10 o'clock. I don't remember. It's like a 9-hour difference. In the meantime, though, we're going to be hosting on this current stream Monstered Face, who's a popular Clash of Clans streamer who's now playing a ton of Vainglory. Yep. He's not a top tier player in Vainglory.
But he's entertaining.
But he's entertaining, and he's playing a lot of Cruel. But warning to everyone out there that might be a little bit younger, you'll hear some explicit words definitely coming your way on that one. So make sure to stick around and stay tuned for that. But more importantly, make sure you're around here for Sunday when we kick off the finals. Don John, Blueberries, myself, and we're bringing you hopefully some amazing, amazing games. Thanks again for watching. Congratulations to the top 8 teams that made it through, and we'll see you Sunday for the finals.